Reynolds back in a hurry. Reynolds to the hole. We're trying to get free, shoot, scores. Takesha Granberry on target. Lundy to the house. Touchdown, Virginia.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery, where all profits benefit Virginia's public schools grades K through 12. By clean, safe, reliable propane. Propane, exceptional energy. And brought to you in part by the Virginia Athletics Foundation, dedicated to providing scholarship, operational, and facility support for the Virginia Athletics Program. On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly, presented by the Virginia Lottery.
It's been some ups and it's been some downs, but it's been a lot more ups, thankfully.
Took us right to the pinnacle of college basketball.
Been a tremendous amount of memories in this unit.
Ball loose, Pasquet picks it up behind his head.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Mac McDonald, the voice of the Cav. Today, the University of Virginia men's team is going to battle Maryland in a key Atlantic Coast Conference game. Well, we say goodbye to University Hall, the 41-year-old home of University of Virginia basketball. We searched the archives and found some electrifying moments. We kick off today's show with one of my favorites.
The Play of the Week is brought to you by SunTrust Mortgage. We make the American dream come true every day.
Lob, there's Ralph Sapp, one-handed. Oh no! Sampson with a one-handed slam with a lob pass from Jones. That's the most impressive play I have ever seen. That combination pull off.
We had a certain play, it was a back pick sit from, I think, Lee Raker, and I spun out, and it was one of our opening plays always, and we could get that play anytime we really wanted to. So, but he put the pass on the money, and with my jumping ability at that stage in time of my career, he knew I could go up and get it.
Terry and Craig Littlepage, who worked together, they both have a great sense of humor, and the practical jokes that those guys used to pull on each other were unbelievable. And those are the things that I think back on, the fun that we had with them, because they took their job seriously, but they didn't take themselves seriously. And that is sometimes the best sign of a successful coach.
The director of athletics, he said that you could never, ever, ever fill University Hall. I'll never forget the night we walked in, the Duke game. They were hanging from the rafters. And I remember tears just streamed down our face. We were so excited. It was so wonderful.
Welcome back to Cavalier Sports Weekly. Dave Lato's guys have been working very hard to prepare for today's Maryland game. It was frustration in Chapel Hill on Wednesday as the Cavaliers lost to Carolina. Well, here's our game story from Wednesday night in Blue Heaven.
For on-demand Virginia basketball video highlights, visit virginiasportstv.com.
Reynolds up the wing. Reynolds trying to get free. Low on a cut. Kane, layup good. They got Kane deep, and Kane beat the defense. Joseph in the corner. Diani for the three. Can't get it to go. That would have been one that just, you got to make that shot.
You get an open shot, you make it or miss it based on where your mind and your body and your heart is into the game. And if it's not there, you're going to miss many more shots than you make.
They're the aggressor right now. Miller top of the key against TJ on a switch. Miller going baseline. Miller inside, kicking it out. Frazier, he's open for the three. Got it. Bobby Frazier comes out to hit the three.
Virginia, they need their poise right
Reynolds
now.
Open for the three. Reynolds can't get it to go. The rebound. Singletary had it knocked away. Quentin Thomas out of a crowd. Heels want to run with numbers. Thomas to the lane. Dishes low. Noel the layup. David Noel is open for the three. Good.
He's with college basketball. It's supposed to be about a walk-on. He's a senior captain, leader of a team that's going to do very well in the NCAA tournament. That's all you can ask for.
Singletary puts it to the deck, top of the key with two. He adjusts, the jump shot will go! Count it! Had it in the air! Singletary, a running jumper to free throw line. And he gives it up. Tunji to Singletary. Singletary in traffic. Singletary the runner. Got it.
He's been very good for us all year long. provided us with a lot: talent, energy, leadership, heart, soul, and he's meant a lot to this team thus far, and hopefully not only the rest of the season, but the rest of his career will continue to lead us the way we need to be.
Ginyard to Rayshon Terry. Terry rotates over for the three. Mark it.
Yeah, the accentuated follow-through by Rayshon Terry, and just everything going well for Carolina tonight.
Same thing went wrong last game, went wrong, that's been going wrong in practice. It just, my fear is that we've given, and I'm trying to draw more from these guys. This is not the same team as it was a little over a week ago, and we've got to get back in the gym and try to correct that.
Wally Walker and Barry Parkhill thrust the University of Virginia basketball program into prominence in the 70s. But it was 1979 when this guy, Ralph Sampson, number 50, said yes to the University of Virginia, and the Cavalier basketball program would never be the same. Let's take a look at Stick's stellar career.
And I remember very well the night before Ralph was coming, up on the roof on the top of University Hall, some boys painted Ralph's house. So when he flew over the next day, he could see Ralph's house.
He was a very skinny kid from over in Harrisonburg, but what a talent and what a great kid. I mean, he was almost too much of a team player. People wanted to see him dominate games, but he was always the one who told our other players, if you've got an open shot, shoot it. He'd throw it back out to them when the defense collapsed. And he did the dirty work. He rebounded. He led the ACC in rebounding for 3 straight years. He was National Player of the Year. And sometimes he didn't even lead us in scoring. He did the tough things. He rebounded, he played defense, blocked shots, provided a presence in the lane that allowed our other players to be even better. So he was a player who not only was a great player himself, but made our other players better and took us right to the pinnacle of college basketball.
I didn't know what to expect when I got there. I was scared, nervous. I wanted to get my grades. I wanted to get in the classroom. I can remember Howard Cosell saying that I wasn't going to make it in the classroom and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to prove the critics wrong that the classroom was important to me, but also the basketball as well. So I worked hard in the weight room. I worked hard in the classroom.
Ewing had a hand on the ball when he started. The pass was way up in the air. Ralph one-handed it back through the bucket, and this crowd is going wild.
There was no extra seats. People fought for seats like cats and dogs.
It had always been a great place to play, but it became really tough to get a ticket.
It was electric to have the opportunity to play in that arena at that stage of my career and the game of basketball, because it was, I don't see anything like it today.
I can remember before I actually came here, I was a senior in high school being recruited by UVA at the time, and I came down on Super Bowl Sunday, and it was Ralph's game where he scored 40 points, and I can remember sitting down on the baseline watching that game and thinking to myself, how in the world am I going to play at that level? It seemed like a whole nother game to me, but very exciting.
When he missed his free throw and then got the rebound and went in and made the shot that we beat Maryland.
Ralph Sampson, the premier player in the world, with a free throw, and he missed it, in and out, tipped outside, Sampson has it, and he scored! Going
out that game that way, you couldn't write a better story. It just couldn't have been written anyway better than that. There's a lot of basketball memories, but the most one is getting that degree, because now I can use that. No one can take that from me. It's on the wall of my mother's house, and I can say I went to Virginia, and people respect that wholeheartedly.
Coming up next.
It's been some ups and it's been some downs, but it's been a lot more ups.
University of Virginia's Billy Campbell had a choice to make a couple of years ago: sit here, watch the Cavs play basketball, or join the team as a walk-on. Well, Billy Campbell's dedication and his character has provided a lot of inspiration for his younger teammates. And that's why on Senior Day, we honor Billy Campbell as our Student Athlete of the Week.
The Student Athlete of the Week is presented by the Virginia Lottery. In 2005, the Virginia Lottery contributed a record $423 million to public schools throughout the Commonwealth.
thing that stood out or stands out in my mind is our first meeting, where I was meeting individually with all the players, and we sat down for what essentially was going to be about a 10-minute get-to-know each other session, and ended up being almost an hour of conversation.
I mean, having basically no shot to play, and then 3 years of that to finally getting my shot, it's like what I've been waiting for. I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this moment this year. So it's been some ups and it's been some downs, but it's been a lot more ups, thankfully.
I think how he attacks his life is how he attacks basketball, and he doesn't put himself in a box and be one-dimensional in anything that he does. And I think that really comes through, especially given the fact that he's not a scholarship guy and that he's got to fight and scratch and claw for everything that he gets.
It all is intertwined in the level of discipline and how you hold yourself and what you do to prepare and to stay on top of everything.
I started to become a major advocate of his, to tell people that, and I say it jokingly, that one day I'll be working for Billy, because I have no doubt that he's headed on the fast track to success in whatever he chooses to do.
It takes a supreme level of focus and hard work, and I think that's really the important aspect of it, is the focus and hard work, and I've tried to do that.
Sean and Jared know they not only have a day off, they don't have a moment off, because if they're playing defense, Billy's going to come at them. He's skilled enough to really make a difference, to keep them on notice.
Those guys are competitors, just like I'm a competitor, and it gets intense, but you gotta love it. That's what I love about it. The whole culture of the program has changed with Coach Leto. He's a great guy, and he demands a lot of you, and you want to give everything to him the way he gives it to you. So he really brings everything out of us.
Campbell in the lane, running shot by Billy is good.
All you have to do is ask the guys in the locker room with him, what kind of presence he has, what kind of substance he brings to our locker room, and that will tell you how much he'll be missed. He'll leave his mark on this program dramatically for what he's brought to this program off the court as well as on.
When we beat Georgia Tech and North Carolina, two games in particular that were special to me and special to the team, and it was just unbelievable when all the students came rushing on the court, and those are memories that you will live and remember forever.
On Saturday in Klockner, the University of Virginia men's lacrosse team welcomed number 5 Syracuse, a battle of 2 top 5 teams. That's our spotlight game today on Who's Heating Up.
Who's Heating Up is brought to you by Propane, exceptional energy.
Matt Ward now is a pretty good option, and his shot's going to be saved by one of the guys up front. Ball loose. Matt Ward laying down, and he just rakes it in. Matt Ward sitting down, and I think he raked it in. And they're going to run the break. So the Cavaliers trying to get back on defense, and numbers are even. Oh, and a check, and a Syracuse player knocked down, but a score. Far side, Joe Yavoli got open.
I don't think we could think straight, and them jumping up on us a little bit actually slapped us a little bit, I think, and gave us a chance to catch our breath and get our feet back on the ground.
Cavs come right back with a goal.
That goal answered a little bit and gave us a little bit of momentum going into the second quarter. And then, we just started to win every faceoff. I think we had the ball the whole time in the second quarter, and that was really the difference there.
Play off the faceoff. Virginia goes and gets it. To the crease, Pasquet. He got knocked down by a check. Ball loose. Pasquet picks it up behind his head.
Drew made a great play, knocking out a kid's stick, and I looked up and the ball bounces to me. I caught it. I knew I didn't have much time, so just the fastest way to get in the goal was behind the back.
Virginia, Smith right in front, shoots and scores.
To beat them early in the year, here especially, haven't won here in a while against them. It was really special.
This was certainly a big step, and I'll just go on. I love it.
Find out why more people are choosing clean, safe, reliable propane. Visit usepropane.com. Propane, exceptional energy.
I'm Saida Williams, and Cavalier Sports Weekly. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the show. Last weekend, the University of Virginia women's basketball team closed the doors on University Hall. Then it was off to Greensboro in the ACC tournament. We've got a lot of action from a very busy week in ACC women's hoops.
The Women's Basketball Spotlight is presented by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
It's the last ball. Crowd is rocking, Myron. Well over 7,000. It's darn near a sellout. Zoll to the baseline right, Sarden. Tiffany backs up, 15-footer. Got it. What a start to senior day for Sarden. Zoll stopping at the point, fires backdoor, whistles the feed to Williams. She catches and finishes point blank. It's 8-0 Virginia.
We wanted to try to come out and get points on the board and play good defense and try to get some separation right from the start.
Now Linder skips it corner left. Kenyon dribbles around Allen, pulls up, jumper, good. Splashed it down, 14 feet away left side. Feeds the high post, Lindra Littles backs down, goes backdoor, hits Sarden and Tiffany scores.
You know, Tiffany's been the person that steps up in major situations and says things that need to be said. She's someone who sets great standards for herself and all those around her. We've been really working on attacking the basket and just being very aggressive with the ball offensively.
Kenyon straight on, driving toward the left side. Kenyon backs down Tasha Taylor, shakes one way, comes back the other.
It was a pleasure, you know. Everybody was hitting shots, which was great. I didn't have to do anything.
Wraparound dribble, dives down the lane, throws up the wild shot. A circus runner off the glass.
The team played really well, and I was just really proud of them. Driving in today, I was a little bit anxious, nervous, whatever, trying to just stay in the moment, just focus on the game, and it was a little difficult. This place is obviously very, very special to me, and it's been my entire life has been spent here. For all those players to come back and be a part of this was just such an honor for all of us, for them to be here and to see everybody just intermingling together and out on the court and talking, and I mean that's the way this program is.
It's a privilege being able to attend this university, let alone to see some of the great players that you hear so much about, and to finally get to see them like close up like that and say a few words to them. It was great. It was just a great feeling.
Seeing all the people that their names are on the banners or playing in the WNBA or Val Ackerman, president of USA Basketball. It's an honor and a privilege.
I had no idea about the confetti or the balloons or any of that. So when that all started, I was like, wow, this is big time. This is like Hollywood, like a movie. And good old U-Haul. I mean, good old U-Haul getting to look like that. I mean, I just thought it was just a great send-off for her.
For the Cavaliers, and Zoll will race down the other side, snaps to Granberry, short jumper, around and good. Virginia on the board, and the crowd goes wild.
I thought that Charnay in the first half and Tiffany in the second half. Charnay hitting almost back-to-back threes, where she just sort of took the game into her own hands and decided we're not going to play from behind anymore, we're going to go ahead. And, she's worked extremely hard on her offensive game, and I was starting to run things for her in the first half, and we held our own on the boards in the first half, and I think that really helped us to make a little bit of a comeback, and that was really the key to the game, I thought, in terms of that first half, because it could have gotten away from us, and being a young team, we have sometimes allowed that to happen. And Tiffany in the second half came in, and we just kept going to her, and she just kept delivering, and that's what you expect from your veteran players and players that are your go-to players, and they just did a great job today, as they always do.
Kicks out to McGuire. Brennan gives it right back to Charnay at the wing, to the baseline right Sarden. Tiffany off the entry, spins back, puts up the left-hander. Wow, she went offhand and scored on top of Makia. What a play. Right off the screen, drives and pitches. DeWitt tries the middle on the drive, and Kenyon stripped it right out of her hands. And Denisha with a head of steam, racing to the other side. Her left-hand layup is good.
We showed a lot of character and courage in the first half, being able to match them point for point. I thought Denisha and Linder both stepped up and played very strong games at times during that stretch. I thought Denisha especially had a great first half. I think she was 5 for 7 in the first half.
3-on-3, kicking to Kenya. Denisha Fields gives off to Littles. Lindra double pump layup. Count the basket. She'll shoot a free throw.
Then the second half, we came out with a lot of energy. Got within one on a couple of occasions. And about the 11-minute mark was when the doors blew off, and that was all she wrote.
Well, that's Cavalier Sports Weekly. As we close today's show, we'd like to pay tribute to the student athletes and fans that have made University Hall such a special place for 41 years. And until next time, go Hoos!
It's really hard to single out memories. The best memories I would have would be the guys I played with, the coaches I played for, and quite honestly, we won.
The students, the fans being unbelievable, and then just all the friendships
with the sweat that we all put over my 4 years.
And it's rocking. It's something that players feed off. They feed off of the crowd. They feed off of how things feel.
Do you remember the individuals, the players, as well as the fans and the people who made Virginia basketball what it was during those days?
I think the people made it unique, the fans, the students.
You can never substitute the relationships that you develop over the years, and that's what's so special about the University of Virginia.
I'll remember a lot of the friendships, a lot of the great players, the great performances.
I think that the thing that I remember probably was the players that we had that I really felt very close to.
So yes, it's been a tremendous amount of memories in this gym.
All good things must come to an end.
There's special memories there. It's an old place, but a lot of people been in that place, man, and a lot of players have come through there, and I can appreciate University Hall, and it'll be something that's definitely missed.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery, where all profits benefit Virginia's public schools grades K through 12. By clean, safe, reliable propane. Propane, exceptional energy. And brought to you in part by the Virginia Athletics Foundation, dedicated to providing scholarship, operational, and facility support for the Virginia Athletics program.